All right. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Welcome back to Vestaangelstarot Incorporated. Um, I hope everybody is good. Um, Before I sat down, I was fine, right? And then all of a sudden I start humming. Now, I'm not really a person that hum. I don't really sing like lyrics to songs and stuff like that. I like to listen to music, of course, yes. But I'm not really a singer or somebody who just sings every lyric to every song every time it come on. Now, it depends on the song. And if it's not a too complicated uh verbalistic rap or song or melody, then I pretty much can remember it or get more into it. But it was obviously somebody that I'm picking up here. Um, I guess that I'm tuning into. Some of you also may be doing some humming or singing, which is helping you with your frequency and your vibration. Hey, Pauline H, you hum and sing all the time. I'm having a huge anxiety. Oh, okay. Because I was picking up somebody, because I don't do that, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. I'm just not one of those type of people. But you know how you may see your grandmother, if she's still here, or when you was a child, and maybe she's sitting on the porch, or maybe she's sitting in her favorite chair, and she's knitting or doing something, reading her Bible or looking at TV, but she was just that clean spirit, that very humble spirit, and she had a very serene energy about herself. So this could be one of your ancestors just coming through, possibly also mine. It also could be my mom just trying to come through, or my grandmother, one of my aunts. You got 5 grandkids. Pauline H, I have no grandchildren yet. None. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I have no grandchildren at all. Oh, thank you so much from yesterday. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I was picking up somebody or somebody. This is something that you may need to do. Oh yeah, thank you so much, Pauline. I appreciate it. I really do. This also could be a loss that some of you are still going through or experience. Or unfortunately, it may happen out of the blue also. This could be some type of ceremony that some of you may be going to. But it just came out of nowhere. I sat down, was getting our cards together for today, and I just started humming. And it wasn't no particular song or lyrics, and it was just kept repeating the same thing, the same medley. And so I don't know if it's something that you may need to calm yourself down about. That could be something that you can just do to take a moment, and it don't have to be a certain particular song. Maybe you just need to and that's exactly what I was humming. I don't know what song or lyrics it is, and it was just and I just kept doing it over and over, and that is something that I do not do. So it may come to a point in the next couple of days where some of you may need to just calm your anxiety, your stress down. Just take a moment, release yourself from that particular. It sounds like Mary this morning. Pauline H, You may know more. Your spiritual guides may be telling you more than me because I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay. So, it may come something to a point of anxiety level, coming from somebody else. And maybe they call you with some drama, or they call you for your opinion of something, and they get you involved in that type of way. And then after the phone call, especially if you're an empath, you may need to just take some time and just hum or sing and just calm yourself down. Or this is something that you just need to take some time for yourself. Okay. All right. So let's get started. And actually, we're going to see let's go ahead and start with these and see what we need to do to surrender right now. Since it can be something that's coming up for us that we may need to go into an era within our chakras to release that negative energy, to release the anxiety and stress, that worryation. Something that may not necessarily be about us or for us, but it can be people that are surrounding us, our children, our grandchildren, our parents, our sister, our siblings, whoever, okay, even a spouse or somebody. And we're just picking up their energy as an empath. And let's see what we need to surrender, okay? All right, so surrender to your soul's path. Your life journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson in every moment. So that humming and that singing, taking time to recharge and rejuvenate yourself, to calm yourself down, that's embracing every moment right now. Okay? Taking that energy from beyond and bringing it within. Okay? So your life journey has been perfectly designed for you and your soul's growth. So embrace every lesson has came upon you from your past, your present, and coming up in your future. And just embrace every moment. Okay? Don't overstress it. Don't put extra worryation in or about it. Whatever it entails to you, it is part of your soul's path. It is part of a lesson that you need to go through, something that you need to learn, something that you need to embrace. And we're going to use our karma or our past life cards on top of these, okay? So this is what they told me to do for today's reading. That's too many. All right, so something is coming up new on your path, okay? And it most likely is going to be about another lesson. Now, that lesson can be good and bad. Of course, you're going to have both. We cannot just have only good lessons to come upon our path, and we never have to go through any trauma or discouragement, sorrow, or loss. Okay, so whatever it is that's coming, just embrace it. We're going to learn how to deal with it. We're going to contain our energy. We're going to calm ourselves down. We're going to try and not get stressed about it or worry about it. Okay. And we had this from yesterday, the people pleasing. Okay, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So again, something that's coming upon your path very soon, or there's something that you're dealing with right now where that is taking you through some type of lesson. Okay. Now we're going to try and get more information about who or what it is or why. But let's keep going. That's too many. And maybe some of you are just continuing to, you need to calm yourself down and take yourself out of this stress and worryation, because people are never satisfied. They can be your own children. They can be a family member. They can be your own spouse or lover or whoever you're dating or in a relationship with. This can be a bestie. This can be a best friend. people that you associate yourself with in some type of organization. This also can be your job. It's everything in life. People are never satisfied. Okay. And you may naturally be one of those people where that you always want to try to do right by people. You want to see other people happy. You extend yourself and your own energy out so much that it tires you. And the universe is saying to retract yourself back right now, because whatever you're overextending yourself out to or about, it's not helping the situation. It's not pleasing the situation, and it's taking a lot of your own energy. And the result that you're getting is stress and anxiety, and can be also worryation. Okay, so you need to surrender to your own soul's path. Okay, and that can be the actual lesson. Now, that can be a hard lesson for a lot of us that always like to extend ourselves out to other people as a helpful person. But who is there to help you? That also can be the lesson that you're learning, or still is learning, or continue to learn, that you need to always see about yourself first. Because when you overextend yourself and give too much of yourself out, you're the one that's left drained. Okay? It also could be some energy vampire people around you that's taking all of your energy. Okay? All right. So surrender to passion. And this is the Mars and Venus going into Leo very soon. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly, which is your sacral chakra, where procreation happens, children, or the birth of children. It also is where your creativity is. It's where the dating process of passion is started. It is also intimacy and also lust. It's also the belly area, your sacral chakra, where you do have passion for what you want to do, such as doing an endeavor, a creative project. Some of you may need to go back to knitting, sewing, making clothes, doing some type of project like that, painting, writing poems, writing your book that you said you wanted to do, creating a children's book. Maybe you have a passion in beauty, because Venus is going into Leo, okay, along with Mars. So whatever your creativity level is, also go out and do something that is passionate and fun for you. If you briskly walk, if you regular walk, if you run, if you're taking up or want to take up yoga, if you want to go out and see a game, if you want to participate in some type of sport, it's asking you to do something very passionate that is going to burn off that energy stagnated inside of your sacral chakra. Okay. For some of you, it may be actually that you haven't been intimate with your partner in a very long time, and that sacral chakra is building up. Now, some of you also may be ready to have your next child or your first child. Okay, so be very careful with Venus going into Leo, which is the 5th house of intimacy and procreation, the making of children. So focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Okay. So again, surrender to your own path, what you're supposed to be doing, avoiding the people pleasing, okay, efforts that you're continuing to do, and start to do things that ignite your own passion within. Now, some of you may have already been thinking about this. You've already been craving this. Some of you are also craving an intimate relationship. You're ready to start dating. Okay, you're ready to start the initial process of meeting somebody new, and you're ready to get back out there. You know what I mean when I say that, okay? And ready to allow somebody to start to court you, okay? Now, if you don't feel like it right now, that can change within the next 20 days. But make sure they're not only about taking your energy as you being the one to only please them. So be very careful about that, okay? Very interesting. Okay, this card looks like it's in reverse, which is surrender to effortlessness. And it says, stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Okay? So some of you may have been pushing so hard, maybe not toward another person, but yourself, trying to make sure that the situation, the person you're dealing with, was getting everything that they needed out of the situation. And it don't have to be a lover. It could be your own children, your own household, your spouse, your family dynamic all together. Okay? But what was being reciprocated to you? Are you doing all of the work around the house? You're doing all of the effort. For some of you single parents, you know, you're paying all of the bills. You're seeing about your children at home, and you're pushing or we're pushing yourself so hard. But instead of going against the flow of the river, allow it to be serene and to reverse the energy and let the energy flow to you. Okay? This is in the upright. Surrender the procrastination. All right. So now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. Now, back to the surrender to the passion, which is your sacral chakra, exactly what I was already talking about, which was it's time to get back into your creativity. Now, if you haven't or do not know what you're very passionate about, allow that energy to flow towards you as an aha moment, okay? And it also could be some of you, things that you used to do or thought about when you were younger. Some type of hobby that you did when you were younger, such as an activity, is something that you can decide to get back into now. Some of you may used to play tennis, okay? That's that's a great social distant type of activity that you can do. I used to want to play tennis when I was younger. Okay. And then one time I went and played racquetball and I loved it. So if you don't have a partner to play tennis, you can still social distance to yourself and go play racquetball somewhere. That's a lot of burning off the sacral chakra. Okay. Especially if you're a person that is celibate. Okay. But you still need to burn off that energy in your sacral chakra. You cannot let it build up. Okay, because you will start to have stomach pains. You also, some of you that are sterile or is deciding not to have any more children or can't have any more children, you still need to burn off that energy in your your sacral chakra. Okay, because what's happening is that you're doing or practicing self-sacrificing. The people pleasing. Thank you, angels. Okay. So the people pleasing and your sacral chakra, you're sacrificing your own self as a sense of deprivation. Your deprivation of wanting to remain celibate. That's good. Okay. If that's what you're practicing. But you also are punishing yourself by, for some of you, retracting your intimacy from your partner or your spouse. You're being very critical when it comes to your sexuality, how you're seen or how you are giving it out to your lover or your spouse. You also are either rejecting your sexuality or your intimacy, or you doing excessive. Okay. Some of you also can be coming across very sexually cold and depriving to your spouse. Okay. And some of you could be using intimacy as excessiveness as a sense to rescue your lover or your spouse. Okay. Now, this could be something that you have learned a lesson from your ex or your past, that you was always willing to be the intimate person or partner for this person as a way to please them. And you kept surrendering to that passion for that person. But what started or triggered your transformation is that you learned that as a lesson, and then you started to embrace everything about you and yourself even more. And what was the aha moment or the triggering effect was that I'm not going to keep sacrificing, okay, or using my body as a way to people please this lover or this person. Now, some people may say intimacy with your spouse is a duty. I'm not going to touch that, okay? So that's up to you on how you reciprocate that, okay? Now, by not burning off the energy stored into your sacral chakra, you may start or did have some ovary problems. Some of you masculines may also had some problems or tenderness or swelling of the testicles. You may also be having some bladder issues, some kidney issues, or your prostate. You also could be having some pelvic pain or tenderness. You may also be experiencing or noticing some different bodily fluids for the women, such as different types of bodily fluids, okay, as a sense of discharge. You also could be having some constipation because of your large intestines, lower back pains, all right? So when you start to burn off this energy with your sacral chakra, you will encourage your own physical sense of well-being. You will start to move around a lot more. Some of you could also be wanting to try different activities such as deep massages, yoga, or dance. Okay, especially a lot of dancing that will activate or move around your belly area, such as what do you call those dancers? Belly dancers. Now, that may be something that you can look up on YouTube, okay? Thank you, angels, as a way of activity and also a sense of exercise. So since we're talking about our our sacral chakra, you can wear the color of orange. Now, you may have an orange shirt, socks, underwear, a bra, sports bra, nail color, a hair accessories. For some of you ladies, maybe a lip gloss or lipstick, eyeshadow, but try to incorporate the color of orange, okay, as the color aspect. Also, when the internal, you can eat oranges, tangerines. I don't know what quite other vegetable or fruit that may be the color of orange, but think of it or look it up. Okay. Now, you would think that the sacral chakra is associated with the energy of fire. It is, but the element is water. Okay, and it's coming from your emotional body as a blockage, and it's going down or being stored in your sacral chakra. So that's how your emotional body is being connected to your sacral chakra from your emotions, how you're feeling, okay, to some of you, like I said, and you're exhibiting it through your sacral chakra when it comes to your intimacy. So either you're rejecting intimacy as sex or intimacy, okay, the actual participation of it. Either you're rejecting it or you're over assessing it. You're overdoing it. Okay. Now, as we're continuing to work on this sacral chakra, then when you truly get the healing process of it, you will then really enjoy the pleasure of the intimacy. Okay. And the actual physical action of sex. Okay. Because it's two different things. It's the pleasure of the actual action, and then you could be excessively doing it just to be doing the passion of it. All right. So, and again, y'all, I don't pick the reading. Whatever comes out, comes out. So as you continue to heal your sacral chakra, that's when your abundance flows in. You will feel more joy. You will understand and want more sense of luxury, which is also connected to Venus, which is partnership. Okay. And you will start to understand that you do feel and know that you should feel good, and you should deserve to feel good, not only through the actions of passion and pleasure, but from the inside. And you should not have to use your sacral chakra or your intimacy as a way to rescue people in your life, as a sense to continue to please them. Okay. And then you would want or start to give back to oneself. Now, any oils, you can try orange blossom. Some of you ladies may have the ylang as a fragrance or an incense or an oil. Also sandalwood. Now, for the stones, you can use orange topaz and the moonstone. Okay. All right. They told me to shuffle and then look at the bottom of the deck, and this is what came out yesterday. The surrendering to the unhealthy relationship. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. Again, some of you still may be experiencing or using intimacy or passion as a way to continue to please people or a person in your life. It also could be multiple sexual partners for some of you. Okay, when you need to be returning that energy to oneself, back to your own self. Okay, so let's try to start to burn off that energy by doing some type of project or endeavor or some type of physical activity. Okay. All right, so before I put these down, let me quickly get the chakra cards here. And by over-assessing, okay, overdoing intimacy or the actual act of passion, that can block your true joy, happiness, and pure pleasure that you could be receiving by not giving it to a toxic person or situation or multiple people. That also blocks your abundance. Okay? Because you're giving out your pleasure or your joy to a person or people who does not deserve it, because they're not reciprocating it back to you. Okay? All right. So the quest, the journey. Some of you is going to understand and realize this because you're about to go on your own soul's path. Okay? You see the quest, the journey here? This is also blue, which speaking your truth. Some of you are going to communicate this now or in the near future, that it's time for you to separate and it's time to go your own way. Okay, so you could be in a sense of contemplation mode, where that you are telling a certain person that you don't want to be in this relationship anymore because your soul is craving for you to go in a new direction. Okay. All right. Guilt. So don't hold on to the guilt. And you see the orange color. Okay. Don't feel guilty about choosing to walk your own path, your own soul's path. And that is the right and the correct thing to do. Okay. Again, if you could see in the picture here that she's ironing the clothes because she feels guilty in some type of way to want to appease this person in the back. Okay. So again, you see the halo over her head. She feels like, okay, if I'm going to feel guilty if I don't offer my services, or if I don't do this task, if I don't take care of what this person needs to do, because I want to make them happy. I want to please them. Okay. So again, this is connected to your emotions of feeling guilty, like I said, and the orange color is your sacral chakra. Okay. So you need to make sure that you're speaking the truth to yourself and doing things that only make you happy. And this is also what I just heard of telling people no. Okay. And don't feel guilty for telling anybody no. A lot of people keep saying yes to people because they want to please them. They want people to see them as a happy person. Well, if I tell this person no, then they're going to see me as I'm mean, I'm upset, something's wrong. Well, you always tell me yes, so what's wrong with you? Yeah. You can tell people no. You're not a child. So stand up for yourself and don't feel guilty about it and say no. Okay? Surrendering to passion is release. Wow. And it's gray. So you're in a gray area right now of getting out of your head, okay? And feel the fire in your belly and focus on people and new activities that's going to ignite your passion and to let your passion flow as a way of doing things that helps and to please you. Okay. And like we just talked about, burning off that energy in your sacral chakra. That's going to bring in the true pleasure and joy for yourself, not as a way of people pleasing. And that can be just somebody that you're dating, and even your own spouse. You can tell your spouse, no, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Okay. Perfection. No such thing as perfection. Right? And this is red. So that's your root chakra. So some of you are not trusting a situation where that your sense of stability is off. You could also be losing patience right now. Some of you are not feeling very secure, can also be financially. You're not quite being self-sufficient right now. You also could be a sense of codependence on somebody else, not listening to your own instinct, lacking the courage, feel like you cannot survive a certain situation or leaving a situation, not having the strength and the stamina right now. Okay. So in other words, you also need to ground yourself even more, and grounding yourself can really help you. Hi, how are you? It can also really help you by doing new activities for yourself. Okay. We really need to burn off this sacral chakra. Instead of doing passion with it, do as a sense of intimacy, do it as an activity, an endeavor, something that you're interested in doing. Okay. You also could be turning a creativity or an endeavor into a business. So put all of your passion and energy into a business, and it also will help you to concentrate. Okay, and get your mind off of somebody that is not pleasing you, but you feel guilty if you don't keep trying to please the situation. Okay. This person or somebody in your life may always keep calling you because they may feel or see that they can continue to get passion from you. Okay. So they're using you for your sacral chakra. But you have to be the one to realize that's not your soul's path. Okay. And if you're going to continue to do it, they're going to keep calling you for it. And it's time to release that. Okay. And surrender to true passion for yourself, and be ready for real passion that could be from a true relationship, and not this type of one time call me, or I see you every weekend, or every, twice a week. It's time for you to release that. Okay. Renewal. like I said, it's time to renew yourself and quit procrastinating from the situation that you need to change. Okay? You're having a rebirth. Your soul is always continuing to show you what is unhealthy and things that you need to change. And the renewal will really start more quickly than you realize, especially with Mars going into Leo. Okay? You're going to get this sense of renewal about you and enlightenment. You're going to start feeling more joy, more happy. But don't turn or take that and turn it into passion and intimacy only. Turn it inward, okay? And renew yourself. It's some new growth that's coming in for you. You can ask a question, but this is today's total reading. I'm not just saying this. Hey, K-Love, where you been? Okay, so now it's the time to jump on a goal that you have been putting off, and it's time to take action. And taking action is going to attract your success. Okay, let's put something on the unhealthy relationship that came out yesterday. Impartial. So what you're in balance of is that am I really in an unhealthy relationship? Is this person or people that I'm dealing with really toxic? You're impartial with your thinking. You're impartial about, is it really passion? You see the fire on the heart there? Is it really passion or is it truly pleasure? Okay? You're impartial in your decision right now. You're in a gray area. But it's telling you to let go, because your renewal process is that your body, your mind, and your spirit and your soul is trying to renew you. You've been going through it. Oh, I'm sorry, K-Love. I'm glad you chimed in. I haven't seen you in so long. So let's continue to have faith. Also, you're getting downloads, okay, of information that you need to heed. Okay? All right. So let's put these. I just got these and they already are tearing up. Oh. Let's see if some of this is what you're learning from your past life. Okay? As something that you're still dealing with now in this world, but it came over with you as a learning lesson, because your soul path is the first card that is the strongest here. And it's trying to get you back on your own soul's journey. Okay? So let's see what comes out. Because some of you may not understand why you cannot burn this energy off, or the way you feel passionately about a certain person. You cannot release it. But the more you keep trying to make it perfect or do everything that you can to purify the situation, the other side of you is feeling like, I still don't trust this person though. So why do I still feel like I know I need to leave the situation alone? I'm still feeling drawn in passionately and having those passionately emotions and feelings and lust and craving to be intimate with this person. But I'm also feeling like I need to renew myself from this. Okay? All right. So, leaving or travel. Okay? So, this could be that your relationship, if what I'm saying resonates with you about a certain ex or a particular person you're dealing with right now, what's happening is that a situation in your past life, your spouse, your lover, or whoever it was, they left you. Okay? And this is why some of you may use intimacy or passion or lust as a way to be available for a certain person in your past, okay? Or people or a person that you deal with right now. Because the 3D world will have you to feel like you need to stay connected to that person. And the reason is that your past life is that you don't want to feel a sense of rejection, okay, or a sense of loss. You experienced that already, okay? So now, as part of your karma, what you need to heal from is the learning of the lesson of when people leave you because you do not please them anymore, or you refuse to keep trying to people please people and situations in your life, and they leave you because you're not satisfying them anymore. You're not giving them what they want. You're not reciprocating in the lust, the sexuality, or the passion, or being available for that anymore to that certain person. Okay? Some of you are also doing it as multiple partnerships, but you're calling it in the 3D, you're dating. Okay? Well, I'm just talking to this person, that person, and that person, but you're also giving passion to this person, that person, and that person. And the universe is saying that you need to get back on your soul's path. That is not true joy. That is not true pleasure. And you need to understand the difference between sexuality and sensuality. Okay? Those are two different things. Just like lust and passion is two different things. Pleasure and lust is two different things. Okay? Yes, now we have trust and faith twice on the table. Right? So the purple here is your crown chakra, where that the universe is trying to get you to understand through your past life, through the revelations, trusting in what your spirit guides and what your own intuition is telling you. But we're wavering in that because we're trusting more in that the physicality, where that living in this 3D world, I have to continue to physically be a part or be available to people or a person in my life, or they're going to leave me alone. They're going to leave my life. So I don't want to put all of my trust and faith into the spiritual realm, because I live in the 3D Vesta. So I have to continue to please this person or people in my life, or they're going to leave my life. And I already experienced that from my past life. And I'm feeling the trauma still now till this day. But I don't really concretely understand where it's coming from. Okay? That's why your renewal is here. You're having a rebirth. The old you is dying so that the new you can rebirth. And you must trust in that process. Ooh, that's way too many. Hold on. All right. Some of you are very stuck in your decision right now. You're very impartial. Some of you are scared that if you leave a situation alone, even if it's an ex, okay, and they come back and forth, that you will never ever hear or see from this person again, because you're still remembering through your soul, okay, as through your conscious mind, your crown chakra here, that you don't want, you are experiencing rejection and loss. Okay? And you're not quite understanding of why. Because whoever you were with in your past life, they left you. Okay? They also, it may not have been on purpose. It's, that's going to be deeper than my pay grade. But they could have went away on business. They could have went away or traveled. Okay? But they didn't come back. You were trusting and having faith that this person was going to come back to you in your past life. Now, this person also may be a new, it may be the same soul, but a different body, okay, or this physicality body in the 3D. But it could be that you're picking up the remnants of it through their soul, okay. And this is why you're now still experiencing that past trauma of abandonment, okay. And that's one of the issues that you are working through. And that's why you're still having these people pleasing problems, and feeling guilty. Okay. Even if it's not about intimacy, it still can be, well, I'll take on that project for you. Okay. Well, I'll go to the grocery store for you, or I'll come over and help you move. Well, I'll put it on my credit card so you don't have to deal with it. Okay. It's going to be all type of different situations. Okay, because you already experienced abandonment, the knighthood. So this is you as a knight, okay, where that in your past life, you were a person that took charge. You had a lot of bravery, okay. This is also you taking action toward things that you need to do right now as a sense of renewal. Because that past life energy is showing that as a knighthood, you stood up for yourself and you stood up for what was right. You also took charge or had a sense of bravery, okay, for the things that you were dealing with in your past life, okay. And you always spoke your truth. You always was the front person online to take care of everything. That's where this people pleasing energy come from. And this is what you're still working through as of today. This is also could be you as a knight, okay, that you had to leave your lover or your spouse or whatever situation, as a father, as a mother, as a sibling, okay, as a knight to your emperor or your king. You were sent out on travel to leave and take care of the duties. The duties of the knighthood is to do what they're told and to have bravery and faith in it, okay. And this is where the people pleasing come in at. Let's get your last card. And if you really break down and listen to what I'm telling you, it's going to really resonate. Okay. And this could be something that went on in your past, like a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, as a child. You know, you was a child that always wanted to please your friends. You know, you always did things to try and please your mom or your dad or your siblings. It also could be issues as one of your parents left you in your past life. And that's where you're picking up that sense of abandonment when it comes to adult, intimate or adult relationships, or how you deal with adult people in your life. Okay. All right. So, hey, E-baby. No, really? Oh my gosh. So you was the bluebird from yesterday. Let me see if I can pull you a card, E-baby. So what is that? Communal living. Okay, and this came in reverse. So, okay, well there you go, E-baby. Some of you you're gonna get a new sense of renewal. Okay, where that some of you are about to leave where you're at. And he was hospitalized, not an embolism. Oh my goodness. And you got 2 months. Well, E-baby, you're going to have to be this knight, okay? You're going to have to be very strong and brave right now. You're going to have to stand up for what's right for you and your mate and your family. And yes, the communal living where you have been living for a while, where you were very established, you were very grounded. Yes, you are about to have to move, okay? But you're going to have to take action as this knight. But in the long run, actually, if you just trust the process, even though it's not something that you want or feel like doing right now, and it's totally not the right time for this, especially if he just had surgery, it's going to bring you a sense of renewal in the end. Okay, you must trust and have faith, but it is time. I know it's scary, but it is time to release this. Okay, and you will be leaving. All right. Yep, there go the spouse. Like I was telling you about the past life, your spouse in your past life could also have left you. And that's where the sense of abandonment issues started. But it traveled over with you on your soul's path and journey. Okay? And now you're lacking or trying to have the faith and the courage as the knight to understand why you keep having these abandonment feeling issues when you keep trying to please or appease the situation and people in your life. Okay? And that is part of your transformation that you're doing and going through right now, the renewal. All right, so the 11th house. Hey, LJ. The renewal, okay, 11th house is Aquarius, Uranus, however you want to say it. Your hopes, wishes, and dreams. So where the cosmos grant wishes and luck, friends, and social occasions. Okay, and you see the star there. Jupiter is in Aquarius right now until a couple more months. We also have a wish, or the cosmos is about to grant some type of wish or give you some type of luck. And also, like I said, could be a friend, however that friend is for you. It's going to be different for everybody, that may get back in contact with you and travel towards you. And maybe you had some type of situation with that person where it was a people pleasing, can be both and back and forth toward each other. But for you, you were more doing it because of abandonment issues from your past life. Okay? And that's why some of you got stuck in that situation. But you're learning too, or you did learn after you broke it off. For some of you, that was not right. Okay, and you're dealing with it as a knight here, to stand and be brave and to be honest with yourself and to carry yourself forward. But I do see a wish coming in for you. Okay, a friend, family member that you have not seen in a while may come upon your path. And it also could be them, that they're about to express themselves as a knight. Okay, if this person left you before, they're wishing to come back towards you. Okay, but you have learned the lesson that I'm not trying to keep even pleasing you as just a plain friendship. Maybe it was a best girlfriend, a guy friend, and whatever the situation was, you were doing more for the situation or the friendship than they were, and you cut it off. But this person misses you, whoever that they are. Okay. You also could have some type of new social occasion that you may be attending to, which is a baby shower, a wedding. Also with the spouse here, it could be a wedding, like I said. Some of you also may be getting married very soon. Okay. But you need to get control of your sacral chakra though. Okay. Chiron. So there's your healing, like I said. And Chiron, the planet, is right over there next to the asteroid of Vesta. I use my business name Vesta, which is a real planet asteroid in the solar system. You can Google it. All right. Your healing power, empathy, like I was talking about earlier, and ability to teach and learn different remedies. So this is what you're doing as a sense of renewal. Okay, listening to your crown chakra as a way of different remedies and your ability to teach yourself to heal yourself and to heal different situations. Okay. Also, your sacral chakra, what you're passionate in and what you're putting your passion toward, and who's taking your passion from you. Okay. Now, you also would need to look in your chart and see what planet is in your 11th house and where Chiron is in your birth chart. Okay. And your 6th house of Virgo, which is your health. A lot of you are needing or dealing with somebody that is going through some or needs some healing power, dealing with health issues, whether it's past or current. Okay. And Chiron is going to help you to fulfill a wish. It also be that you can learn that a friend or a family member is very ill. Okay. So Chiron is here helping you to be a sense of an empath for this person while they are doing their healing process. Now, this also could be about an ex, but you don't want to over please the situation, is what it's telling you. Okay. Put the necessary work or the amount of work that you need to put in it, but do not be a people pleaser. This also can be somebody coming back to you from the past that wants to heal the situation because they still wish to be in your life. Okay. They also may want to wish or ask you to marry them. Okay. But you are renewing yourself and you're wanting to be brave and strong right now. And you could be impartial about making a decision because the past energy or the current energy of the relationship is unhealthy and is toxic. Or it showed you that in some type of way at some point of time. Okay. And maybe you were the one, for your own healing purposes, you left the situation. Maybe you felt guilty for a while, but you started to understand that it was for your soul's path, that you had to leave that alone and surrender the intimacy, passion, and lust about the situation. Okay. Now, it says the work, health, and duty area of your life. So this is what you're healing right now. Yes. This also, like I said, is associated with your abundance, your money. Any delays that has been happening is not going to be delayed anymore. So some of you may have to soon pick up and travel or leave a situation quicker than you thought. And you're going to need to make a decision. It could also be that it's time to leave that area or that situation because it may turn out to be more toxic in the long run than you see right now. Okay. Remember that these cards are foresight. That's what the tarot is. All right. And we got Leo. Like I said, Mars going into Leo in a couple more days. So you're going to have the energy to fight this, to stand up for yourself, to be the knight, because that's exactly what Mars is. It's a knight. It's an emperor. Okay. So the energy was going to be very flamboyant, very dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief, knighthood. So if you feel like you didn't have the energy to accomplish or to do this or to separate yourself from a physical place or from a person, okay, you're going to get the energy to do this. Some of you are going to make a decision that you don't want to be in this relationship anymore because all you've been doing was people pleasing it. Kept giving out your passion for this person as a way, feeling it was going to heal you. It's healing you, all right, because it started your transformation process of renewal. Now, this whole reading can be how this person feels about you. That they have been doing or going through their transformation. They're wanting to work on this and heal the situation now. They still wish to really be with you and to make contact with you. So what is your decision? You're impartial. All right. And if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, it's going to come across your path, Scorpio. Okay? Somebody may want to resurrect the situation. Is it healed enough? Have they done the work? Are they going to put work into it now? Because they're going to come across very dramatic and egoistic. Okay? By Mars going to Leo. Especially if we're talking about a divine masculine. Now, we also could have a lot of feminines that Mars is going into their zodiac sign of Leo, or their moon as Leo, okay, or their Mars or their sixth house, okay. So some of you females could start to come across very dramatic and very flamboyant, okay. And this is you exuding your energy, is that you're starting to display yourself as a renewed, healed person. All right. So let's go ahead and end it here. We're already at an hour. Did you have your question? So I could pull your card real quick. All right, so baby, things have to clear up for you right now, okay? Your thoughts are going to get clearer for you when Mars go into Leo, and you're going to know what to do. So be the knight, be very brave right now, okay? Put on your armor of shield and allow you to think and receive the downloads of different instructions that you need to do. You're about to come out of these problems. You may feel that it's a problem with having to move because your mate has just had surgery. But in the long run, where you're supposed to be on your path, it's time for you to go. Okay? It's time for you to travel toward wherever you're supposed to be for your future. And it may be last minute, and you may not know or understand whatever that this landlord is about. He's being very proud and egotistical. So you need to remove you and your family out of that scenario so that it will not be any more hesitations and doubt and confusion. So you're about to soon make a decision. You may feel that it's a misunderstanding, but really it's taking you out of the clouds and taking you into the sun. Okay? All right, so did the lady put up the question so I can go ahead and end the chat here? The Tower. So baby, you also, okay, and for the new person who had said that she could ask a question, yes, you're about to move suddenly, okay. You're also going to get clear, decisive information and energy and downloads to bring you out of this confusion. And you're going to suddenly make a decision about what you need to do. And you're going to stop doubting the situation. Because the why it's presenting itself, baby, is because it's time. Okay? It's time to clear out this problem. It can be because you need to remove yourself from that actual landlord. Because you don't know what they're about to do for the future. So the universe is clearing you, okay? You may see it as a problem, but that's the problem. Don't always see things as a problem. If the universe is urging you or making or clearing a way for you to be removed from a situation, a tower moment, it's because of something you don't see down the line. And it can be issues and problem with whoever this landlord is, regarding their foundations, regarding their finances, regarding that they could be going to jail in the future, bankruptcy, fraud, whatever it is. You don't see and know all that, but the universe does. Okay? You also could have been already seen that you probably was going to have to move before, but you didn't do anything about it. You were doubtful. You were hesitating. You were procrastinating. Okay. All right. So I guess the other person is gone. So we're going to end it here. So just continue to look out for today's message. Tomorrow's message and the rest of this week. I'm going to keep you when I'm thinking of you. Okay. When I pull the cards to help to get you more information. All right. But don't be angry. But it is a sudden change that is happening. And it may be chaos and everything right now. A lot of aggression. But listen to your instinct. Okay. Yes, it's an upheaval. But anytime there's a tower, there's a blessing. The 11th house. But you just don't see it and know it yet. Okay. I believe the star card right here comes either before or after the tower moment, which is a healing process. All right. All right. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.